Yeah, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Monday. Here at the PickDawgz Morning Show, man. New month, new goals, new opportunities. Here at the PickDawgz Morning Show, man. Hey, Chris, what's happening? How you doing?
Doing all right. Yeah, like you said, new month. Yeah, I'm just ready to take over the board this whole time. And, yeah, I'm just ready to break down a target guy today, make some money. One call on the books, now you focus on 20.
You sound like you're underwater.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
get him out of here. Chris has been traded to Kansas City.
Start doing the swimming thing, man. Yeah.
What? I sound like I was underwater for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's been going on. My computer just went on the fritz just now.
Round the dawn, what's happening?
Good morning, Jay. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Hope you enjoy your day. Afternoon baseball, good way to celebrate. Excited to talk the games for you guys today. New month, new goals, new opportunities.
New month, new goals, new opportunities. Jeremy Kahn, what's happening?
Yeah, finally had the day I wanted to have yesterday. I swept baseball. The WNBA hasn't been kind to me the past couple of days, so I'll probably be taking today off from that. And then I hit my favorite college football play, which was the U yesterday, so feel good about that. Even though Saturday wasn't as kind for the college football slate. I had a lot of winners that I picked that I didn't bet, which sucked. And the ones I went with, not so much. So looking forward to kind of getting back on that winning track this week.
I'm in the same boat, man. Y'all know I'm always as transparent as can be. I'm in a piss poor mood, bro. I got my ass kicked all weekend. I've yet to win a college football game this season. I'm 0-7 on the year. Baseball's kicking my ass. WNBA, I'm doing all right. I'm putting in a lot of work right now, man. And I'm just not seeing the results, which is just something that's not common for me. So that's what I got going on right now. So I'm transparent, telling y'all I'm getting my ass kicked right now. So fade me. Just fade me until I wake up out of it. So we'll see. I'm here today, though. We got 13 games from Major League Baseball. Like Ron said, we got day baseball. We got one game tonight from college football. We got TCU versus North Carolina. Bill Belichick making his college football debut. And we have, 3 games from the dub tonight. So money making Monday. Again, my mantra, new month, new goals, new opportunities. So let's do it. Let's do it. I hate to start the month off with a damper. I do apologize to everybody out there. There will be no graphics today. 2 times in a week. I was doing so good. I apologize. Have them back tomorrow. And hopefully for the remainder of the month and the season. So bear with me as we get ready to head into a new season. Speaking of a new week, new goals, new opportunities, y'all know what begins this week. Thursday night, baby. NFL season is back around. It's back upon us. Probably just setting myself up for a heartbreak, though. So, it is what it is. Can't wait to break it down, though. Can't wait for this week, and I can't wait for week 1, man. So let's do it. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we get today's action started?
Now, I was going to make a Micah Parsons joke about Thursday, but I don't think Jay's in the mood for that.
Yeah, and pile them on.
What a weird week, man.
It's a terrible week. It is what it was. Be what it be. What you gonna do? Take a couple points and get back. So let's do that, man. Let's do it. Let's start our day in Major League Baseball. First game on the board today, starting in about 2 hours or so. We got the Money Marlins out on the road facing the Washington Nationals. We're at that time of year where they're just creating guys. Alvarez on the mound for the Nationals. I don't know who this is. And Bakar on the mound for the Marlins. I don't know who the hell that is.
It's September.
It's September. Nationals are favorite. Total 9.5. We got the Mets and the Tigers. This is Sean Money Manaya on the mound for the Mets. Old man Morton on the mound for the Tigers. Tigers slight home favorites, $1.15, total half. We have the Blue Jays and the Reds. Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are dogs on the road to Cincinnati. Hunter Green on the mound for Cincy. Cincy, $1.25 home favorites. And we have the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're out on the road facing the Red Sox. Bail. Minus $1.50 at home at the crib. Misick on the mound for the Guardians. How I'm feeling. Me is sick. Chris, how we doing? What we looking at here in this first slot of the day?
Tigers, and more Tigers. Oh my. Sean Monopoly Money Mania. Counterfeit bullshit. The Tigers here. This Mets pitching staff, yeah, you can hit. Great. Last time I checked, I said it yesterday. Pretty sure the goal of a baseball game is to score more runs than your opponent. The way this Mets pitching staff's been going, the bullpen, doesn't look like it's going to be happening anytime soon. And yeah, Charlie Morton's fully capable of getting hit at any given time. He could probably give up 4 runs in 6 innings and get hit fairly hard here, but I still trust this Tigers offense to be able to get to Manaea to do enough to win this game. So Tigers also have the far better bullpen. So give me the Tigers in that one. And give me the over Blue Jays Reds. I don't trust Chris Bassett on the road. I trust him a lot more at home. I don't trust Hunter Green in this matchup. I think this is a game where the bats are going to break out here. Start the series with some offense. So give me the over Blue Jays Reds.
We're on the dot.
Yeah, Chris is better than that. To say that the Tigers have the much better bullpen just because of what we've seen recently. I'll take this Mets bullpen over Detroit's any day of the week, and I'll take the Mets on the money line in the spot any day of the week. As Manaea's been a lot better than his current ERA, much better underlying numbers. I think he pitches well today, and the Mets grab a W. And I'm surprised with you, Mr. Briggs. He's pitched 58 innings. Lake Balker for the Marlins. You know, Mr. Lake Balker.
I don't know.
He's
he must be a bullpen arm, has he? Because
yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't.
He's one of those pitchers' names that are unfortunate, like Taiwan Walker, Lake Balker. Like you don't want to have that name as a pitcher, Roy Hitt. So, but I think we go over the total in that one. These, 2 not great bullpens. Alvarez making his major league debut, did not really pitch well in the minor leagues. I know the Marlins haven't been the best against lefties, but I still think this is going to be just ugly baseball pitching-wise. We saw some high-scoring games for the Nationals, even against the Rays in their last series. So give me the over in Marlins Nationals.
Jeremy, how we feeling?
Yeah, I think Ron called it there. That's the best hitting environment on the day is that Nats game. You do have an early start, so there could be shadows, but I like the over there quite a bit. I think it's a great play. It's the weather algorithm I have has it as the top hitting spot on the day. I like the Reds today against the Jays. I was looking at Hunter Green's K prop. The number's lower today than what you would expect, but it's because the Blue Jays strike out less than anybody in baseball. So ultimately, I stayed away from it, but I did take the Reds as a small home favorite. And go ahead. Oh, Guardians Red Sox. I got the under there. I thought it was a good spot. You look at Messick and Bayo. I like the way Bayo's been pitching. The wind's blowing in there, so it should be a little bit of a bump to the pitchers. So I like that spot as well. And one of the other things that I saw in research, if it does anything for anybody, I think the Tigers are going to ask Morton to go a little longer today because tomorrow looks like a bullpen game unless somebody's coming off the IL. As I think Casey Mize is going Wednesday. And it was weird. They had an off day in between their starts. So I think they could start Mize tomorrow, but they've already announced him as Wednesday starter. So tomorrow might be a bullpen game if that does anything for you.
I'm going under Blue Jays Reds. I think Hunter Green has a really solid outing today. He's been torched on the road, but at home he's been solid. He's been serviceable. His 2 most recent home starts were against Milwaukee, who at the time was red fucking hot. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned. His next home outing was against the Phillies, 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned against the Phillies. That's getting it done. He's been torched on the road at the Dodgers, at the Angels. He's at home today. I think he'll be fine. I know the Blue Jays are a dangerous offense. I know they're good. Y'all know they're my hype train team. But coming off the extended homestand they just came off of, now out on the road here, I think this is a kind of a little struggle spot for them. I would actually lean towards Cincinnati. I think they're favored in this game for a good reason. Chris hit the nail on the head. Chris Bassett not nearly as trustworthy on the road. I think he'll have a serviceable spot here. I don't think he'll be nearly as bad as some people think, but even when he has been serviceable on the road, which his last 2 starts were 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned against the Dodgers. They lost that game 9-1. So, and the one after that, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earns against the Pirates. They lost that game 2-1. So it's it feels like a Cincinnati type of spot for me. Mets Tigers is a toss-up game. I could argue either side, so I'll leave it alone. Actually, what am I talking about? It's not a 50-50 game. The Tigers are the better team in every single metric.
Wow. I'm surprised. I thought you were going to go Money Mania.
Money Mania was Mania last season. This year, he's not nearly the same. I don't trust him out on the road. I think the Tigers can seriously do some serious damage to him today. Y'all know me. I think the Tigers are criminally underrated. They have the best record. They have the best record in the American League, and people treat them like they're a middle of the pack team.
Because they are. And this is back-to-back starts now for you back in Charlie Morton, saying that he's a much better option, a great starting pitcher. We saw how that went last week, so we'll see what happens today.
He's serviceable. He did get touched up last time in Coors Light, but name me a guy who hasn't. So
Plenty of guys.
No, not really. The 2 previous starts before that were 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned against the Astros, and then he blanked the Twins before that. And then on the road before that, he blanked the Phillies. Oh, man, Morton's in solid form. I think he'll be fine today. I don't trust the Mets outside of Citi Field. I think Mania gets torched today. I really do. Last time we seen him on the road, he gave up 4 to the Nationals in a game they lost 9-3. The game before that, he gave up 4 in a game they lost 7-6 to the Brewers. Money Mania is not at home. And he's no longer Money Mania. And the reason he's Money Mania was because of the money he made for us last season. He's no longer in that form. His teams have lost 4 of his last 5 starts. So I'm just telling you how I see it, bro. I've been ice cold, so fade me. But my homework doesn't change. My homework doesn't change. And I'm just going to continue to ride with it until we see what does change. And continuing to follow the homework, I think the Red Sox are the play. Don't trust the Guardians on the road whatsoever. I would love the Red Sox to lose. My Rangers heating up, trying to get that wild card spot. But Bayo's been really serviceable. Y'all know I'm a Bayo guy. I don't trust his Guardians offense. I think Bayo comes in here and shuts them down. I trust the Red Sox offense much better. Then you got Cleveland coming off the extended homestand. They just play, 5-6 games straight at home? Great spot to fade them. So we'll see. That's first slot of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I would lean to the Marlins too. Nationals as a home favorite. Ew, disgusting. Run away. Run fast the other way. Marlins still one of the most profitable, if not the most profitable, road team in baseball this year. Oddly enough, even as bad as the month of August was for them. All right, let's do it. Let's keep it rolling. We got the Angels and the Astros. Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for the Angels. Garcia, it's another guy they just created. He's on the mound today for Houston.
You don't remember Luis Garcia?
Nah, I do. I'm just kidding.
He was the one that rocked the baby, right? When he pitched, he would do the yeah.
Nah, yeah, I'm just
He hasn't pitched in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We have the White Sox and the Twins. Another made-up guy, Ellert, on the mound for the White Sox. Bailey Ober on the mound for the 50-50 Twins. Athletics, Cardinals, Morales on the mound for the Athletics. Sonny Gray on the mound for the Cardinals. And Braves and the Cubbies, Spencer Strider versus Colin Ray. Ron, how we feeling?
Yeah, I like the over in that Astros-Angels game. Garcia's first start since 2023 at the major league level. I don't expect him to pitch that deep into this game, but I also think that his control could be a problem. And Yusei Kikuchi, I mean, not an easy matchup for him in Houston, where they've hit lefties well over the years. A team that's hit him well in the past. He's not pitched well on the road himself this season. I think a lot of things point to the over in Astros-Angels. And I'm going to take the plus money with the Athletics. Luis Morales is pitching really well so far. Great strikeout stuff. His control's been a lot better. That was the concern in the minor leagues in the beginning of his major league starts. A lot of walks and a lot of 3-0 counts, but he's been sharp enough lately. And Sonny Gray, he's been inconsistent. It's now an ERA above 4 on the season. So give me the A's plus money.
Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat. I'm with Ron again here on the Angels and Astros. I like this when they go over. Both of the guys are capable of getting a ton of Ks, but I don't know how much it matters with how many, how much hard contact they give up. And we'll have to see what it looks like on the Astros side of things. But I like Jordan today. I think he goes yard. But I like the over there quite a bit. On the flip side, the two best pitching spots of the day are in St. Louis and in Chicago. And I'll say this, you get Colin Ray, who's a ground ball guy. And with the wind blowing in, that's going to eliminate, well, shouldn't say eliminate, but it's going to weather some of those home runs and mitigate it some. And I think it's a good spot for that. And then again, on the flip side, when you're looking at the Braves, I know Spencer Strider hasn't looked like Spencer Strider, but I like his K prop. I think with the wind blowing in, it allows him to hammer that strike zone a little bit more. So I think that's a great underplay along with the A's and Cards. I mean, you already talked about the A's pitcher there who he pitched a big shutout and didn't do me any kind service the other day when I had the over in the A's game, as the A's scored enough runs, but he was just lights out. You get Sonny Gray on the other side. I think it's a great underplay. I stayed away from the White Sox and Twins.
I love the White Sox today. I think it's way too much value to pass up. I think this line is only looking the way it looks because of the overall records of these two teams. But if you look at these two teams through the lens of post All-Star break, it starts to show you a totally different picture. And I just think personally the Twins are just tremendously overvalued here. I think the White Sox have a legitimate chance to win this game, win this series, and play well here. So they're coming off a pretty significant homestand against two teams who needed to beat them. Teams like the Royals, teams like the Yankees in playoff races. The Twins, they're not. I know they just got 2 of 3 off the Padres, who were in a similar thing at home, but I don't know. I think that also has them slightly overrated and overvalued here as well. Over, we know what's up with him. He can give it up in a hurry. So I'm leaning towards the White Sox. Too good of a plus money price to just not at least think about. I like the Cardinals today. The Athletics, they're done. They're cooked. Finito, they had a good run. Shout out to them. Now out on the road, I'm fading their ass. They just got swept by the Rangers. The Cardinals, they play their better baseball at home. I think Sonny Gray is the better starting option on the mound today. I actually trust him in this spot. Looking at his most recent home starts, Sonny Gray, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned against the Pirates. They did lose that game, but that's a solid start. And the one before that, he did get cranked by the Yankees. Yeah, he did get cranked by the Yankees the game before that. I'll give y'all that one. But the game before that against the Cubs, 7 innings, 1 earned. So I think he'll be fine here. I really do. I think he'll be fine here. I don't think the Athletics right now are the Yankees. So
No, but I don't think the Cardinals are anything close either to the Yankees, and I wouldn't want to lay 150 with a team that can't score.
that's fair. But you're not me, and that's why I'm on the Cardinals. So, that's why I'm laying.
Something tells me you're in a surly mood today,
I
Mr.
told you
Briggs.
I'm in a bad mood today, so be careful.
I'm biting my tongue here, but I feel like debating a lot of these games. I think you're foolish and lack vision.
That's fair. Maybe I am. Chris, how you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm going to be in the line of fire in a minute because I like the Athletics reverse run line. I just it's kind of like what Ron was saying. It's just that the Cardinals offense just feels like it's fallen off a cliff in the last few games. Both these teams surprisingly 5-5 in their last 10, but Morales has looked really good. I mean, maybe at a certain point it's going to come, crashing back down, but I just don't want to lay juice with the Cardinals right now. I just feel like the Athletics are one of those teams that we continue to get value with, plus 1.5 and on the money line. But I mean, the price today isn't good enough to take the plus 1.5. So
I mean, 4-4-7-4 last 4 games. That's solid.
At Great American, a lot of those though.
yeah, Great American.
Fair.
Busch Stadium, they got 4 off of Ash.
Can I not make the argument though that the way the Athletics coming off the homestand in Coors Light, can I not make that argument? That's why their offense looks the way it's looked the last couple. You know what I mean? So, and if you're asking me right now, Morales has pitched well, but if you're trying to tell me he's better than Sonny Gray, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna laugh at you.
I am. I will.
I think you
Ha,
laugh.
ha, 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 ha.
I will. I'll take Morales. If I'll do a fantasy draft for my team, I'll take Luis Morales all day long over Sonny Gray.
Taking Sonny Gray. Let's do it.
One of the top pitching prospects for the A's.
And here's what I'm going to go back to is that if you're talking about even if Sonny Gray is a good start and Morales is comparable, which bullpen is in better form right now? For me, it's the Athletics, which I never thought I'd be able to say, but they have a decent bullpen the last couple of weeks. So,
And you're arguing over Sonny Gray, Jay. Come on.
But I'll agree with you on the White Sox. I think that's where some other value is today. Just fading Bailey Ober. With the Mets, the Mets. I can't keep going back to them. With the Twins lineup and rotation in the shape that it's in, I'm not laying minus 175, especially with a home run magnet like Bailey Ober on the mound here. So give me the White Sox in that one.
Fair enough, fellas. Let's keep it rolling. I don't think anybody touched Braves Cubs. Personally, I would go Braves. They broke my fucking heart last night. That's just how my couple days have been going.
It's funny. I gotta tell him what I texted you yesterday. So when I bet against the Braves, Drake Baldwin always kills me. Of course, rundown best bet was the Phillies. Drake Baldwin comes up 2 outs, run at second. I text Jay immediately. Bloop single coming here. It's going to be RBI single. He always kills me. No, 2-run shot. Make matters worse. How about that? So, I mean, man, that guy just doesn't leave me alone. He's like the one guy in baseball. He's a pretty good hitter, but he's nothing crazy. But every game I bet against him, he shows up. And I couldn't believe that. I texted Jay, forget the bloop single. How about a 2-run shot right down our throats? Just terrible. But
that hurt. Luzardo came out and pitched a fucking gym.
Oh my God, he was spotless.
My God, came out there, did it for me, man. Just to get
7 scoreless, 2 hits.
That's been the run I'm on right now, y'all. It's been the run. I would lean Braves in that one. I won't have any money on this game. Y'all know I don't love betting the Braves on the road, but they've been better on the road here recently. The Braves and the Orioles, now that they're done cook finito, are dangerous teams. They're dangerous. So we'll see. But all right, now we keep it rolling. We got the Phillies, the damn Phillies. They're out on the road facing the Milwaukee Brewers. Taijuan Walker on the mound versus Mike Wazowski. 2 of my guys in this one. Brewers $1.55 home favorites, total 8.5. Giants Rockies, Dolander versus Tang. Giants $1.45 road favorites, total 11.5. Padres Orioles, Kyle Bradish on the mound for the Orioles, Dylan Cease on the mound for the Padres. Mariners Rays, Luis Castillo on the mound for Seattle, Shane Baz on the mound for Tampa. Tampa $1.15 home favorite. And Rangers Diamondbacks, Patrick Corbin on the mound for the Rangers, Ryan Nelson on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks $1.55 home favorite. Is it Jeremy or is it me?
I think it's Ron. Is it me?
It's Jeremy.
I only got one game here, so I'll make it quick. I'm going to talk about my Orioles going on the road. And I was against them yesterday against the Giants, but this game has something that I like to bet against. And I've done it all year long. And outside of Logan Gilbert's start, it's been successful, is betting against a starting pitcher that's coming off a long layoff on the IL in his second start. And it's weird because when I started looking deeper at Kyle Bradish's numbers, he threw 81 pitches and struck out 10 Red Sox earlier this week. And his strikeout prop against the Padres is 4.5, and it's heavily juiced to the under. I love attacking these spots. I'm going to be all over the Padres today. I like Bradish under strikeouts, even paying the high juice there. It just stinks to high heaven to me. And this Orioles team, there's a ton of strikeouts in the lineup. I'd even have no problem going with the big number with Dylan Cease. With my algorithm, he grades out as the best starting pitcher with matchup today. So I do like the Padres quite a bit.
Finally, I'm not having to argue with somebody because I agree. I like the Padres today, too. I think this is a solid bounce back spot for them. Not really. The Orioles, I know I'm just telling you they're dangerous, and I do still think they're dangerous. I just think the Padres need this more in this spot. You need Dylan Cease to come out here, get you a solid home win coming off that road trip. You got the Orioles way cross country. Bradish, I love the way Jeremy just broke that down. Really not much more to add. I like the Padres at home today. I'm a homer. My team's hot. We're back. I'm on the Rangers. I probably just cooked us by taking them. We'll see. I've been telling you all season, Corbin, he's serviceable. He's not the terrible, old, just outright fade Corbin. Even though I think a lot of times he's still kind of priced like it. I will say Ron Nelson is the better starting option, and my Rangers are kind of beat up, banged up right now. But the way this offense has looked, man, 7 runs, 20 runs, 5 runs, 9 runs, 9 runs. Are we back? And we're not at home. If we were coming back home here, I would leave this game alone because we've been terrible under team at home all season long. We're like the most profitable under team in baseball. We come back home, our bets die. But still being out here on the road, heading to Arizona, this is too much plus money to pass up with the team playing as well as they are, with as much to play for as they have to play. It's just my thoughts. So I'm on my team today. I like them. And I would lean towards the Rockies with Ron's guy Dollander on the mound. The reason I would lean that way, the Giants are still, I believe, as of right now, the worst favorite in baseball. And Tang, I believe this is going to be his first start in Coors. Oh. Yeah, I got something for you today, buddy. Give me the
I'm so cynical.
Yeah, I got something for you today, Tang.
Jay's in that mood today. Poor Tang.
Sound like he was sitting in the white van and he was saying, I got something for you today.
Got something for his ass today. Brewers, Phillies. You know what? It's tough. Both guys can get rocked. They can get rocked. But they also could come out here and throw a gem, both of them. It's weird. Like,
Taijuan Walker is not throwing a gem. You talking about the Phillies game?
yes.
What gem? When has he ever thrown a gem?
Cubic zirconia.
Yeah.
Bro. His last start was his worst start, but the previous 4? Come on, man.
Oh yeah, five innings, 3 runs, a home run. What a gem by Taijuan Walker.
It's the gem that the dude at the flea market with a blouse and a hair.
What about the 3 prior to that?
Solid, and great. But none of them are gems. I mean, 6 innings, 4 strikeouts. That's against the Orioles. You're facing the best team in baseball in Milwaukee.
All right.
His strikeout prop's only 2.5. He doesn't K anybody anymore, like at all. Like, and it's weird because he's a guy that I targeted in recent years to bet against, and he's made me look like a fool this year because he's gotten out of jams, he's gotten his 5-6 innings, and looked fine.
All right. I'll admit, gem was probably not the right word.
Thank you.
It's a cubic zirconia.
Gem.
But I am betting the under in this game. I am betting the under. I think he'll be fine. He's been fine overall. Like, everybody knows me fading Milwaukee hasn't panned out, and that's why I'm not fading Milwaukee. I'm not taking the Phillies. But the way the Phillies offense looked last night, I think Mizorowski can come out here and look okay. And I'm telling you, I believe in Taijuan, man. He's been much better than I think a lot of people give him credit for. I really believe it. So,
against bad teams, against bad teams, you're gonna see. I'll wait till it gets to my spot. I won't interrupt you.
I hear you. But Milwaukee coming off of winning the series in Toronto, I just think this is an under game, man. That's all I'm saying. And I've seen a lot of spots this year where a lot of people think Taijuan just finna get blown up, and he doesn't. He just comes out there. It's not pretty. It's not the way you might want it to be. But you look up, and he got through it with 1-2 earned, and the Phillies are in a spot to win it. That's just how it's been. So I think it's going to be something similar today, probably like a 3-2 close game late. We'll see. That's it for me today in baseball. Chris, how you feeling?
I'm going to do what we normally do for some of these games, and we're going to lock in on an over 2.5 first inning. We've been hitting some of these. I'm going to go to 2 games in particular. San Francisco, Colorado. I also like the full game over in that one. Dolan under an ERA over 9 at home this season. Kaiwei Teng has an ERA of, I gotta make sure I have this number right, 14 in starts, and these starts aren't even at Coors Field. Yeah, over 2.5 in the first inning, over 3.5 I wouldn't be opposed to either. Over full game in that one. And believe it or not, I'm going to do the same here for Philly-Milwaukee. Philly, they've been hitting right-handed pitching well. I've said it with Mizorowski in the past. You watch a couple of these starts for Mizorowski as of late. There's been a couple games where he gets in trouble in the first inning. He gets runners on the base pass. The 3-2 pitch doesn't find the zone. All of a sudden, he's walked the bases loaded with 2 outs, and then a single drives into, and then a 2-run inning turns into a 4-run inning. Happened against Cincinnati. It happened against the Cubs once, I believe, as well. And it's just, still the fact that he's 10 games into his major league career. So I think that, the Phillies can get to him for a few runs, but I also think that the Brewers can get to Taiwan for a couple here. So I could easily see over 2.5, over 3.5 in the first inning. And I like the over in the full game in that one as well, especially after the bullpens have their say. So a couple of overs for me. And I'm going to put together a parlay, like an alternate over parlay as well.
Did you not watch the Phillies last night, though? Did you not watch them last night? Did you not watch them? Okay. When Miz come out here and throw a gem. 6'7".
Is that how tall he is?
Yeah.
Is that a Taiwan Walker like gem, or is this like a different type of gem?
You're funny. I'm surprised you know what that is. You're funny.
I know what that is too, and I have to keep changing the way I do my rundown because I usually say you can go 6-7 strong innings. I go delete, can't say that. Because I go, ooh, 6-7.
6-7. Fair.
Now I say he'll have a quality start.
I find myself saying spotless start every time I'm talking about it. I don't think he's going to be
spotless gem. These guys. Listen, I think Jay, you might need to take a couple of days off because your head's not in the right space here. Let's back Patrick Corbin in Chase Field. Let's remind everybody what Patrick Corbin did in Chase Field in 2024, shall we? The final score was 17-0. He went 3 innings, 13 hits, 11 runs.
With a field goal.
10 earned runs. It was 17-0 Diamondbacks. He's pitched there before. He was a Diamondback at the beginning of his career for a few years, but not great numbers against his current Arizona lineup. They've hit lefties a lot better in the month of August. Ryan Nelson's been really sharp at Chase Field. I'm happy for you that the Rangers are showing up last couple of days, but it doesn't change the entire trajectory of the season for a guy like Corbin. I can't back him in this spot, so I'll take Arizona. I also think that Walker gets crushed. Walker has done a good job recently keeping the ball on the ground, and the Brewers do have a pretty high ground ball rate overall this year, but not in the last month. They've really done a great job of getting some extra base hits, home runs, like we saw in that Brewers series. They are one of the best lineups in baseball right now against right-handed pitching. And Walker, while he has pitched well in August, he's faced a really weak strength of schedule. The Orioles, Reds, and Nationals are some of the worst lineups in baseball against righties. He faced the Mets his last game and got crushed. Five innings, 10 base hits, 4 earned runs. So, that was he probably deserved to give up a few more runs in that game, 10 base hits and a walk as well. So I think the Brewers get to Walker. I think that the Phillies are in a sleepy spot here after Sunday Night Baseball. Blowing the lead is a clear letdown spot after their series with the rivals. They're, like Jay said, their offense looked miserable yesterday. Mizorowski, he got back to that great strikeout stuff with 10 Ks in his last game against Arizona. So I'm going to go Brewers and Diamondbacks 2-team parlay money line.
Who do you trust more, Patrick Corbin or the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen?
Diamondbacks bullpen.
You're foolish.
I trust me in the 6th inning over Patrick Corbin.
This matchup, Diamondbacks bullpen.
Okay. I love it.
You want to get some Patrick Corbin?
I love when everybody's on the other side of my Rangers. I love it. I fucking love it. And today, you all are going to pay the price. You're going to pay it. Our offense is back. We're back.
My algorithm has Ketel Marte as the number one hitter on today's slate, not in cores. And there's only like 2 or 3 guys in cores that were ahead of him, but that's one player.
Cal Raleigh, one of them.
No, the guys in cores were usual suspects. It was like Devers.
No, I'm saying like Cal Raleigh at Steinbrenner Field.
They didn't have him as highly up. I think the wind's blowing in Tampa, or it didn't look like the greatest hitting condition. But it's such a bandbox ballpark. I don't know that it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Plus, it's still really humid.
Do you want to take
this Rangers Diamondbacks game kind of reminds me of that Padres game. I remember I was on that game. In that game, Ryan Nelson was on the mound. He pitched serviceably. He was good. He came out there. He went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 earned. Shout out Ryan Nelson. You don't know what the final score of that game ended? 10-5, Padres. I'm fading them boys. I'm fading them.
In extra innings. If it gets to the 11th, then sure, I do think the Rangers have the advantage, Jay.
I think we have the advantage overall. I really do. We'll see.
Do you know what Patrick Corbin's ERA is last 5 starts against Arizona?
What is it?
Do you want to take a guess?
24.
Well, half of that, but yeah.
12.
Exactly.
High score. Is that good?
I'm a firm believer that you can't just look at the paper every day. This is what's happened, and this is what's going to continue to happen. I tell you all the time.
Corbin sucks, and he's going to continue to suck.
Okay. You got to have the ability to find the spot and go the other way. And I think the Rangers offense backs him up. We'll see.
I'm gonna have to do a little overlay. Just change it to Corbin ass. I'm an idiot. Just wipe out the Paul.
We shall see. You wouldn't surprise me though.
So would you say Diamondbacks first 5?
No.
Why? What are you talking about? Diamondbacks bullpen and Ryan Nelson not getting the
You've
run support?
not seen the Rangers offense the last 3 days. You're Mr. Athletics. We just kicked your ass. We just kicked your fucking ass. We just whooped you 3 games to nothing. Smoked them in Oakland or in Sacramento. Whooped them. You're Mr. Athletics. We just whooped their ass. Did you not watch?
I'm also Mr. Pirate and Yankee. Go ahead. And Mr. Twin.
I want to be on Jay's side just so this is an even battle and not 2-on-1, but I'm having a good time sitting over here watching. So,
listen, this is like a statement game for Jay. Like he's putting everything on the line. And in that case, you want Patrick Corbin as your representative?
I want Patrick
Go
Corbin.
ahead.
I want Patrick Corbin. What did Max Kellerman say? Mark's got the death being pointed at Earth. Who do I want? Give me Patrick Corbin.
Did you say? Wait, what did you just say?
Max Kellerman, what he said. The Martians at the death being pointed at Earth. Who do I want? Curry.
Oh, we're screwed. We're screwed.
$1
We're getting fired to Mars at that point.
We'll see. That's baseball, though, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. 13 games over there. We have 2 or 3 from the WNBA tonight. We start with the sorry if I'm moving slow. We start with the Dream in Connecticut. Atlanta is 10.5-point road favorites in this one, total 159.5. We have the Wings out on the road in Minnesota. Lynx 17.5-point home favorites in this one. And we have the Sparks out on the road in Seattle. Seattle 8.5-point home favorites here. Here's what I'm doing. I'm taking the Sparks plus the 8.5. I also think that you should put something on the Sparks money line tonight. I think you should put something on Sparks money line tonight. Shout out to the Storm. They've played better basketball. They had that really cold streak, and they've come out of it. They've won 4 of their last 5. They beat the level of competition, though, I question heavily. Dallas, arguably the worst team in the league. Washington, arguably the worst team in the league. Chicago, arguably worst team in the league. 3 bottom 5 teams in the WNBA. Tell me how much.
You're conveniently skipping over one.
I am, and I'm circling back to that one.
Yeah, let's see that circle back. Go ahead.
Circle back. They did go into Minnesota and beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Kicked their ass. It was 14-point blowout win as an 8.5-point dog on the road.
And that game right there conveniently has them tremendously overrated and overvalued tonight. I love what I've seen from the Sparks last night. And I think they come in here and beat the Seattle Storm. When I look at how these two teams have matched up full season, the Sparks have beaten them 2 of the 3. Storm won the first meeting, 98-67. They kicked the ass of the Sparks first game of the season in LA. That's when the LA Sparks were not who they were. Since then, the last 2, Sparks got the dub, 108-106 last time in Seattle, 94-91 in Seattle. The line looks the way it looks because the Sparks are on a back end of a back-to-back with travel. But as we discussed on this show yesterday, that shit don't mean nothing in the WNBA. It doesn't mean anything. The team that's on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, Al gave us the number. They're actually more profitable in the WNBA. The NBA, he gave us the number for the NBA. It's profitable in the NBA. In the WNBA, it's not. So looking at this game, I know what spot this is, y'all. I know what spot this is. This is a double revenge game at home for Seattle, but it's not a bounce back game at home that also happens to be a double revenge game. That's why it's the spot situation doesn't fit. You give me, and then you have the Storm tremendously overrated, overvalued because they won 4 of their last 5, and because of that win over the Minnesota Lynx on the road. This is way too many points in our back pocket with LA. Way too many. I think LA go in here and beat them outright. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Lynx, Wings. It's a pass. It's a pass. Part of me wants to take my team in the Wings. I really do. I really do. The reason I want to take the Wings is because I know everybody, their mama, uncle, and auntie, the entire world, 90% of the bets, 90% of the money are likely going to be on Minnesota. I get it. You got Minnesota coming off of a home loss. Last time they were at home, they lost. They got beat up at home, something we haven't seen them do too often. The Lynx have beaten up on the Wings this season, 99-84, 81-65 was the most recent meeting. Both of those meetings were in Dallas, however, though. And the last time we seen these two teams play in Minnesota, it was a competitive game, 85-81, 4-point game. I think the Wings have enough offense to keep this game competitive. Is there a scenario where they get blown out by 30? Yes. We know how good Minnesota is at home. But with everybody betting Minnesota in the bounce back spot tonight at home, laying 17.5 goddamn points, I'm leaning the other way. Contrarian style play from me. Just fading the public. Y'all don't hear me say fade the public and shit like that all that often. This would be a pure fade the public play. And I'll admit a little bit slight homer play. All right. And Atlanta Dream, Connecticut Sun. Tough game. I'm going to lean towards the Dream. The reason I'm going to lean towards the Dream is they lost to Connecticut last time, and I think Connecticut is actually the worst team in the league, 84-76. I think that gets some get back. Am I in love with laying 10.5 on the road with Atlanta? No, not really. But do I think it's the right play? I do. So it's my WNBA thoughts for the night. Chris?
Yeah, the two I'm going to go with here, I agree with you on both. The Wings plus the points. I think 17.5 is too many for a team that's already clinched everything that they can clinch. They're only playing for pride and play in front of their fans at home at this point. Maybe give them a big win, but I don't know. I think Dallas doesn't want to get blown out again. And even if, Minnesota can win this game convincingly, win it by 14, 15, 16 points, 17.5, I think it's just a case of too many. So I'll take the Lynx there. And my thing with the Sparks and taking the Sparks and the points and agreeing, taking a shot on a money line is that I just think it's a mentality thing where you look at the standings, and this is a huge game for LA. I mean, they're 2.5 back of the Storm for 7th, 2 games back of the Fever for 8th, and they have 3 games in hand on the Storm. They've only played 38 to this point. The Storm played 41. It's going to be 42. So if you can, take advantage of this spot now, you give yourself a lot more wiggle room, as we go down the stretch to win some games and get your spot in the postseason. So I'll take the Sparks plus the points and the money line.
Romanelli.
The same thing goes for the Storm. They want to win this game because they don't want the Sparks to take advantage of the game.
No, that's fair.
I think it's all Storm. I like the points. They played some weak games, but they played a lot of road games, and they've just looked a lot better. I mean, they're playing some of their best basketball of the season. I thought that not only was it a blowout win over Minnesota, but they were down big early. I think they were down 13 at halftime, and they rolled in the third quarter, fourth quarter. Offense was on fire. The defense has been excellent on the perimeter, especially. I don't think the Sparks have enough answers, and like Jay mentioned, it's a revenge game. I mean, this was a game where Seattle last time out in LA was up 16 points, their largest lead, and they blew it. Heartbreaking loss for the Storm. And that was when the Sparks hit like 50-something percent, 52% from 3 in that game. Unless they do that here, which I don't think so with how well the Storm perimeter defense has been recently, I think it's going to be a long day. I think the Storm get a big revenge win and cover.
Fair enough. I just think the line's way off. And it's only off because of the huge win for the Storm. Storm have won 4 of their last 5, and because of the back end of a back-to-back with travel for LA. If you take away those 3 things, this is a 3.5-point line in Seattle. This is a 3.5-point line in Seattle. So I have 5 points baked in here of value based on some shit that don't even matter. Back end of back-to-back with travel, and because they beat the Lynx, who Chris just lined out, really ain't playing for nothing really no more anyway. So, I don't know. Ask yourself how much you value that. I don't. And they're no longer, and earlier this season, I know some people watching this, they may not watch every day, and they be like, Jay, you used to say you love the Storm in Seattle. They're the Nuggets of the NBA. No longer. They've been revoked of that title. It's revoked. They no longer have the best home venue in the WNBA. That title now belongs to the expansion team, the Golden State Valkyrie. Shout out to them. That was my only win yesterday. Shout out to them. They covered for me Saturday and Sunday. I love them. Shout out to Valkyrie. I gotta get a Valkyrie jersey or a hat or something. Last game of the night, fellas. Let's talk some football, college football. Tonight we have Bill Belichick making his debut. North Carolina trying to become relevant in football. On the other side is TCU. In my opinion, probably the most disrespected football program in the last 10 years, I would say. I would really make that argument. Last 10 years, bro. Most disrespected program in all of football. They're laying 3.5 on the road today. Maybe they are getting some respect. Chris, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna take TCU here. I'm gonna lay the points. I like the quarterback situation for
the general consensus of TCU every single year.
They bring back Josh Hoover. I like the quarterback continuity for TCU. That's big for me, especially in week 1. And like I said, I think that North Carolina, it just feels like maybe I could be reading the tea leaves wrong, but it feels like North Carolina is kind of the hype train a little bit. With the big shiny new toy head coach, all the expectation is on them, and I just think maybe they fall flat week 1. I think this is more of a I'll lay the points to find out if I'm right about North Carolina kind of mindset for this game. I'm not rushing to bet it. I don't have anything in on it for today, but I'll lean towards TCU.
Right?
Yeah, I'm leaning TCU as well. I think that North Carolina's roster kind of a modge podge of a lot of different pieces that I think could, work down the stretch this year. But in this first game, I just think that TCU's offense, like up against this UNC defense, I think that's the biggest mismatch. I think TCU is going to be able to move the ball consistently. And I don't expect like a super high scoring game, though, even though I think TCU's offense, I honestly see some methodical drives here. Just a one-sided game in that respect. I don't think it'll get too ugly in the final score, but I think TCU does enough to win the game and cover the number. And it's a reasonable number. I honestly think if there's no Bill Belichick in this spot, it's just a new head coach for North Carolina. TCU is almost a touchdown favorite in this game. So I think you're paying the Bill price. I'll pay it. Give me TCU.
Jeremy?
Hell no, might fuck up my game. No, I'm not going with TCU. I'm on UNC. There's a lot to like about this UNC team, and it all starts with the head coach. You give me a great head coach and give him plenty of time to get ready, and I'm going to go in that direction almost every single time. We saw it with Saban before big bowl games, and it's in that same line of thinking because when you look at this team in TCU, who did they really beat down the stretch last year? I'm not saying what Jay said isn't wrong.
They smashed Arizona.
Those teams all sucked.
They smashed Oklahoma State. They did lose to Baylor. They beat Texas Tech. They beat Utah.
All those teams sucked. Utah sucked by the end of the year.
They smashed Kansas 38-27.
That team sucked. Yeah, they all stink. And again, it's not like I'm just looking at this TCU team and how they're going to match up. And the one thing that I found out in research, Josh Hoover's back. He led the Big 12 in passing. But TCU had one of the worst running games in the country. And if you're going to bring in a running game like that against Bill Belichick, he's going to run some sort of cover two, shell, dare you to run the football on him and try to take away the deep ball. And I think they're going to have a chance to confuse them. He rebuilt the offensive line in the transfer portal. Still early, we got to see it. He rebuilt their front four and got a transfer in Price Yates from UConn who had 12.5 sacks. I think he'll show out tonight. I think UNC is a live dog, and I thought it might be a little bit chalky at first, but I think some people are going to feel the same way. Like they had to retool everything. They have the South Alabama kid coming in, the quarterback. So, yeah, there's a lot of unknowns, so I would lean UNC here. I just don't like this TCU team.
And I think that's the general consensus for most people when they think about TCU. They think they're just some regular Texas team, when actually I can make the argument in the last 10 years they've been the best Texas team. They've been the best. They've been to a national title. My Horns ain't done that. They made the college football playoff another year. They should have been 2014, 2015. They were the best team in college fucking football. I'm dying on that hill. I'll die on that hill for the rest of my life. That 2014, 2015 team was the best team in college football. The college committee left them out of the playoffs because at the time the Big 12 didn't have a playoff game, or the Big 12 didn't have a conference championship game. So 5 and 6 were the two Big 12 teams, Baylor and TCU, I believe is who it was, and they both would have went on to probably do some damage. And it sucked. The reason why that argument kind of goes out the window a little bit is because the team they put in, Ohio State, did win the title that year. So, committee, all right, fair. But I still will argue TCU would have won that year. They would have beat Ohio State that year. And I was vindicated by the way they went and smashed Oregon the game after that. Now, bring it back to this year. Bring it back. North Carolina is not a football program. I don't care if Bill Belichick's there. I'm not a huge Bill Belichick's to go all this type shit anyway, bro. I'm not. Really good head coach. One of the best ever to do it. But it's kind of like my Phil Jackson argument, bro. You had Kobe, you had Michael Jordan, fam. Like, come on, bro. Steve Kerr, you had Steph Curry. Bill Belichick, you had Tom Brady. Like, let's be serious here. Let's be serious. And I think the line tells you everything you need to know here. I think North Carolina is a really public underdog. The one thing that does make me a little nervous, I was sitting there watching Notre Dame, Miami yesterday. As soon as the game came on, I seen everybody. I seen the Miami sideline. I seen Michael Irvin. I seen Ray Lewis. I said, "Oh shit, I might be in trouble here." I said, "Oh shit, I might be in trouble here." And I might get that same feeling before game time here. Everybody and their mama is going to be here for North Carolina tonight. You know, Mike going to be in the building. Lawrence Taylor going to be in the building. Barry Church going to be in the building. Like, they gonna have their Blake Snell, I think I saw they said was going to be in the building. Like, North Carolina going to do this one big. They're going to try to do this one big, and we're going to see if it's enough for them to pull it out. I've been getting my bell rung in college football, y'all. I've been getting my bell rung, man. But I'm still putting in the work, and the work tells me TCU is 3.5 point favorites in this for a reason. If this line was 2.5, something like that, you know, I would get it. But I think the hook tells you what you need to know, just line reading. And TCU's over a field goal favorite on the road for good reason. So that's my spiel for the day, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all. We did it. We covered everything under the sun. 13 games from Major League Baseball, 3 from the WNBA, and 1 from college football. It is a money-making Monday on September 1st. New month, new goals, new opportunities. Chris, what we got going on today?
Yeah, for me today, got my MLB pickoff play. Cash out with the Rays yesterday. 20-8 in our last 28 with it. So make sure that you check that out. I also got that as part of a 5-pack for Major League Baseball today. But you can pair me up with Jay, Ron, Jeremy. Pair all of us up for that multi-cap.
With Ron Jeremy? That's cool.
Yeah. I'll have something to retort to that. But yeah, damn it. Now I got thrown off. Remember to use the promo code PICK, get 15% off.
Who's Ron Jeremy?
He's a porn star. He's a male porn star.
Well, no, actually, no. Let Jay look. Let Jay look.
Like, is it somebody I should know?
Imagine me with a bald spot, and you know, and a bit of a bigger gut.
And he could service himself with his own mouth. That was what was known as
okay.
Yeah. I thought that's why Chris wanted to pair up with him, but I don't know.
So now next time I know for next show I'll just have to be like
no, don't, what the hell?
No, because I don't have to put their names together.
Oh man.
I didn't even know who that was, so that's funny.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, you're good.
Wow.
Well, that's a tough act to follow, but I've got my rundown best bet in Major League Baseball. Got my CFL play of the day as well. And I'm also going to put a link in the chat right now. It's going to be the form for our PickDawgz Circa entry for week 1. So it's going to be all the games for Sunday and Monday. Go through, put your email in, make all your selections with the team that you think is going to cover the spread. Once you submit your form, you should be able to see what everybody else voted, like in terms of the percentages. And at the end of the week, I think by Saturday, we're going to take the 5 highest consensus picks against the spread and send them into the PickDawgz Circa entry. And these are not picks made by our handicappers. It's all, the community. You guys will make your votes. And we're really excited to send off our, week 1 picks and hopefully a great season. And again, if we win, the money will go to charity. So good luck to everybody and have fun with it.
There you go. Jim, what you got going on today?
Yeah, I got a triple play going in baseball. I swept yesterday's, and it was one of those great days where you didn't have to sweat any one of the games. You knew you were already locked in well before the game even ended. So it was nice to finally get one of those going. I hit my favorite college football play yesterday, which was Miami. And I do have a play on tonight's college football game, as well as my 3-pack. And, of course, my weather play hit again yesterday. Got another great one today. If you want to check that out over at PickDawgz.com.
On with Jeremy. Continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, look. Got my ass kicked last week, y'all. I did not have the start to college football that I wanted. I think somebody in the comments, you're being generous. I'm 0-7. I've yet to win a game in college football. So all I can do is come on here and be as transparent as can be. All I can do is come on here and tell y'all that I am putting in the work. All I can do is tell y'all that I am putting in the effort, the energy, and I wholeheartedly believe the results will follow. So wasn't my best week. Last week, I got kicked in baseball and college football last week. Is what it was. Be what it be. I'm here. Continue going to put in the work. And it's a new month. New goals, new opportunities. I believe the tide turns today. So if you believe me, hop on with me over at PickDawgz Premium. You want to fade me? Good luck to you. Because your run will not continue. Y'all know I'm one of the best. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant.
I'm going to say week 2 college football, week 1 NFL, Jay's revenge tour. I think it's going to be some big winners coming up after Patrick Corbin. Once Patrick Corbin does what he has to do today, Jay will finally wake up, and then he'll bounce back. Right after Patrick Corbin. But now's the time to lock up something with Jay long term. I'm telling you, this guy, when he, everybody gets cold at certain points, but the heaters that follow, it's dangerous.
I know I am. I'm Kevin Durant. I'm not going to get in a pissing match with Patrick Beverly. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. It's my favorite interview of all time. One of them. Swear to God. All right, man. Parlay time. Parlay. Chris, what you got for us?
So I was going to come back with it. So parlay these 3, and you can parlay the over 1.5 first inning, 2.5, 3.5, whatever. San Francisco, Colorado, Philly, Milwaukee, Texas, Arizona. Those 3, if you parlay the over 1.5, it's plus 2,000. 2.5 is plus 11,450. And if you do all 3 over 3.5, if it comes in, $10 pays out almost $11,000. So, like I said yesterday, it's only worth doing if you have like a couple bucks that you just want to, just throw on a lottery ticket. But I do like these over at least over 1.5 runs in the first inning for all of them.
Round done.
Brewers money line, Diamondbacks money line, Seattle Storm money line, and then I'm going to have Ketel Marte to hit a home run, and Christian Yelich to hit a home run, and Jackson Chourio to hit a home run.
Fair enough. Jeremy.
Man, all these guys went big. I went small. I mean, this is kind of a same game parlay. We talked about it a little bit. I like the Padres to win today. Tatis over 2 bases. Bradish under strikeouts and Dylan Cease over strikeouts. It pays out at about just over 6-1. But I actually like it, and this is something I would bet.
All these guys went big, and I went small. Words never said by Ron Jeremy for 400, Alex.
For me, I'm going to go first one. We're going to go Patrick Corbin under earned runs allowed. We're going to go Taijuan Walker under runs allowed. And we're going to go.
God.
Jay, I thought you wanted to see one go through.
I know.
Jeez.
And we're going to go Sonny Gray under runs allowed. All right. Parlay that up. And then
It's called the old suicide parlay.
The diarrhea does.
Diarrhea doesn't.
Texas Rangers money line, Colorado Rockies money line, Detroit Tigers money line. Birdcage. We'll see. Either I'm right, and I'll get the great laugh tomorrow and be able to say the cold streak over, man. I told y'all. Or I might not be on tomorrow's show.
Well, you're happy because I'm not here tomorrow.
You're not?
No. Tomorrow's my flight.
Oh, okay. Fair. So tomorrow's me, Brad, Brian?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up, depending on what happens in those games.
Yeah, if he's right, come tomorrow.
Brad, first
Good
time
morning, everyone.
Do you want to know why I'm really sad that I'm not here tomorrow?
Wow.
You know who's starting that I'm not going to be here for?
Oh.
Who?
Mr. Woo. All right, fellas.
Your favorite thing that I've done for this channel.
Also, update: Yankees. They did lose yesterday, but they're 3 games out of the division. Chris, how you feeling?
As good as I felt a month ago, as good as I felt 2 weeks ago when you brought that nonsense into this.
Well, I brought it in last week, and let's see what the
Whatever.
odds are now.
1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever.
I got it. We said plus 375. Oh no, right. Let me see. It is plus 260. So already 110, 115 cents of value, Mr. Roof. Can't wait to cash with all you great folks.
Question: what is 2 thumbs and doesn't give a fuck? This guy.
That's Chris's go-to.
This guy.
You'll be sorry, especially in
All
the
right,
Yankee
it's
Stadium.
got. Well, the Yankees have a good of a chance of winning the division as the Mets do. Oh wait.
You'll see.
Oh, they have a good chance of winning a playoff series as the Mets do. Oh wait.
Who are you siding with, Jay? Me or the Blue Jays or Yankees to win the division?
All aboard! Fuck is you saying, man? All aboard the hype train, Toronto Blue Jays, man. Fuck them.
How about you, Jeremy?
I hope they all lose. I'm an Oriole fan. I don't want to see anybody win this division.
Exactly.
But for full disclosure, I'd be on the Blue Jays this year. I trust them a little bit more. But the Yankees have been playing better, so we shall see.
They have been playing better. Shout out to them.
Just a big series in Houston. They struggle in Houston a lot, so they got to pick up a couple W's.
Ooh, yeah. See y'all tomorrow, man. Make it a winning day. We're out of here.